SportsOcracy.com to play, and good luck.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man.
I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingles studio.
It is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app. We are seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to the Sportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and join us in the chat. It is a Womack Wednesday. Chris Womack, Sports Director of News 13.
I'm here even though y'all can't see me.
Yes. We're working. All right. So we've got... That's not even true. You love it and you know it. Joining us live from Greenville, South Carolina, it is the one and only Flostradamus, and we're working on things here. It is a Womack Wednesday. Great to have you on. Great to have the YouTube crowd in on the program here. And Jeremy, you said you were listening in that first hour, and you've got some things to say about our comments on the trade deadline, correct?
No, that's Tank.
Yeah, that was me. You could. Mm-hmm.
4 words total. No, it's I say this all the time. Working at a TV station, it's ironic that we work in communications because we have some of the worst internal communication that I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That's when you have reached the perfect partnership, when you don't even have to speak and it just works in concert.
That's true.
Oh,
No, we feel the same way. All right, the sappy moment's over. Yeah. So your Jets were very, very involved yesterday, Jeremy. You wound up with quite a bit of draft picks for the draft nerd here. I mean, did you have an issue? Because I know you love both of the players that went. Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm. By the way, Jeremy, the YouTube chat says your sound's not coming through on their side. So just yeah.
Figured that out. Maybe that fixed it. I don't know. Computers, they're possessed by the devil.
Right.
So my first thought with that was sauce. Then we got to Quentin Williams, and I didn't see that until about 3:00, and the compensation was already out on that. And I saw the compensation, and my immediate response was, what idiot would trade a first and second round pick for Quentin Williams, who hasn't been a good pass rusher in 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
He's fine. I mean, he's a good defensive tackle. Him and Kenny Clark next to each other, sure, why not? But you suck, right? Like, I mean, maybe I'm telling you something you don't know, but you're horrible. And Quentin Williams is not fixing that.
That's the problem. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that they're terrible. Either that or he is just certifiably insane and has decided, you know what? In my final years as owner of the Dallas Cowboys, I'm truly going to drive it into the side of the mountain this time.
I found that to be incredibly comical. I'm going to say this, and I want to say this. Unfortunately, I'm having to say it about my team, which is going to make people think that I'm being too nice to the Jets. Tank, can you dispel that? Is there a human that's harder on the New York Jets than me?
There is not.
Okay. So if you can get 2 first-round picks for any player, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you don't end up paying $40 gajillion in dead cap,
right,
which they didn't pay on either guy because they structured the contracts in a way that they could move them.
Right.
Now I need to tell you another layer of this. Do you understand that the Dallas Cowboys gave up the exact same draft capital to acquire Quentin Williams that they received for Micah Parsons?
Yes.
Does that make a lick of sense to you?
No.
Let me equate that. So that would be like you and your wife deciding to go to dinner, and you're willing to pay $100 a plate for a Ruth's Chris steak.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem is that when you get there, they're closed. So now you're all dressed up in your tux and your dress and you're all the things, and then you have to go pay for McDonald's because it's the only thing open. Mm-hmm. And the only problem is that McDonald's knows that you were ready to pay $100 for that steak, so now they're going to charge you $100 for a double quarter pounder. There you go, Dallas. There's my analysis on what you did.
Yeah.
And you're still bad.
Right.
You're still a bad football team.
Hey, but we'll be able to stop the run.
Well, we have 2 big fellers in the middle of the defense. That's what I said I wanted, was a defensive tackle. And I got that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Jerry, you did. Unfortunately, your corners are still a duty. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be a bit of a problem.
Yep, it is.
The New York Jets did the thing that very few teams are willing to do. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm ecstatic right now. Frankly, now that I know this, I wish they had traded Breece Hall because they're probably not going to bring him back. Mm-hmm. I wish they had traded Quincy Williams. I wish they had moved off of everybody.
Just unload it all.
Well, and here's the thing. If you're going to be bad, how often have I said this? If you're going to be bad, be bad. Be super bad. Be Kardashian acting bad. Just be atrocious. And the Jets are an atrocity. Also, don't be shocked if they re-sign Breece Hall with one of those, oh, don't forget, we always loved you. Mm-hmm. I like to call those the J-Lo pink diamond contracts of, sorry we cheated with our secretary, never doubt that we loved you the whole time.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to, we're not pop culture guys up here in Asheville. So.
It's a Ben Affleck reference. He gave her a pink diamond when he cheated with somebody.
Okay.
I don't do a lot of pop culture to the point of I can't even say it. That one's pretty solid. Mm-hmm. The Jets now control their destiny because you have 5 first-round picks over the course of the next 2 years, and every single team. Just look across all of the sports. There is a reason that you do this. And there's a reason that you do it now. Tank, we haven't talked a ton about the draft, but what have I said to you about this draft class?
What?
Just on the
The
whole.
quarterbacks are terrible.
The quarterbacks are not great. You do realize the Jets don't have to draft a quarterback, right?
Yeah,
They don't have to draft a quarterback. They have 3 first-round picks in the next class.
I was gonna say.
Let's
wait till
say,
next year.
just in theory, let's say that Arch Manning becomes what we thought he might have become because, low-key, he's looked better the last couple of weeks. What if you just wait? What if you take 2 guys in this draft? What I was looking for is that this is a really deep draft class. It's just not great. It's really great in the top 5. And then there's about a 6 to 30 that are very similar. I get 2 of those guys. Then I get 2 more in the second round. Next year, I get 3 in what's going to be possibly the best draft we've ever covered. I mean, just think about the top side. What if, now let me play devil's advocate. What if the Dallas Cowboys are terrible next year? What if the New York Jets just found a way to make a deal where they get their quarterback and Jeremiah Smith in the same class? And now you got Jeremiah Smith and Garrett Wilson. See, I haven't heard anybody say this yet, and I don't know why. Because the picks they got are the better of Dallas and Green Bay. What if Jordan Love gets hurt? Jordan Love gets hurt, that team's terrible. Not saying he's great, but just look at what it would be behind him. What if Dak Prescott gets hurt and we're on to mean guy again? Yeah, it's a lot
He's
of what
not in
ifs.
Dallas anymore.
No, I understand that, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's long for Baltimore either.
So okay, I got you.
Frankly, I hope he has a rental realtor and not a mortgage realtor. But
Yeah.
maybe you see my point of you have a lot of bullets in the gun, and they're hinging on Jordan Love, Dak Prescott, and Daniel Jones. Yeah, I feel real good about that. I mean real good about that. The Jets did, at the trade deadline, what I rail on non-contenders for not doing every single year. By the time the Jets would be good, Sauce Gardner will be 28 or 29 years old, fact or fiction.
Fact.
By the time the Jets get good, Quentin Williams will be 30 or 31 years old.
Yep.
Do you think either one of those guys ages particularly well? Because Sauce is not crazy fast and he's really thin. He also doesn't really fit in the defensive scheme that you're playing right now if you're planning on keeping Aaron Glenn as your head coach. Quentin Williams hasn't been a great pass rusher in 2 years. You got value for a name for 2 players that maybe it's because they were playing on a terrible team. I don't know. I keep hearing this stat about no corner in the NFL has not allowed 2 receptions in a game. Yeah, because I don't ever have to throw at you. I throw at Brandon Stevens or one of these other grumpers you throw on the left side of the field. I don't have to contest Sauce Gardner.
Right.
Grumpers is one of my favorite words.
Oh, it's a great word. Hashtag love the league. I think it's funny. As a Jets fan and a guy that's going to be at both of these drafts, I'm sitting back going, oh boy, the next 2 years are going to be fun. Not watching this team on the field. My Sundays just opened up for 2 years because I don't have to watch any of this. And I can reconvene in 2027 and go, look at all my new toys.
Yep. It's going to be fun to see if Darren Muji can turn this into something. Do you feel confident about his drafting ability?
I do find it funny that a lot of people have not mentioned. You know, they talk about the Jets. Oh, they're such a bad drafting team, and they go back to Mark Sanchez and not taking Warren Sapp. And you do realize all those things were 15 plus years ago, right?
Oh yeah.
You do realize that if I was looking at best drafting teams in the NFL over the last 5 years, the Jets are on that list. And now you just gave them all the capital in the world. Do I believe in Darren Muji? Not a ton. Do I like Armin Membu? A lot better today than I did 6 months ago because he's been real good. Mason Taylor's been the second best receiver on the team. Malachi Moore was a vast improvement over Tony Adams. That's 3 hits in one class where you had 6 picks. I can deal with that hit rate. I can deal with that hit rate in the first and second round. You hit both of those, I believe. Things can happen. Armin Membu could cut his leg off with a chainsaw. I don't know, but I mean, maybe he doesn't become a top 5 right tackle in the league. He's been good. And now you've got all the ammo in the world for a team that has an almost 80-year-old owner who I think is a stark raving crazy person.
Yep. Film Room Fanatic in the YouTube comments says, Jeremy, the only Jets fan with 0 emotional attachment to these players.
Why would I have an emotional attachment to a Jet?
I mean that seems to be the outcry has been, oh God, we lost Sauce Gardner. Oh God, we lost Quinnen Williams. It's the ripping of the Band-Aid. Right now it feels real bad. If you were invested in that guy, if he was your favorite player, obviously there's going to be some hurt feelings there. But you can't be mad at what you got back.
All right, so just in theory, the Jets drafted Quinnen Williams drafted Sauce Gardner in 2022. Is that right?
Yes.
In that time, they've won 20 games.
Mm-hmm.
They drafted Quinnen Williams 2 years before that. In that time, they've won 26 games. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that I don't really have an emotional attachment to two guys who have averaged 5 wins a year.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't care. You're not I shouldn't say you're not winning football players. You are players that are not conducive to winning, because corner at this point is a devalued position because there's only so much you can do. Defensive tackle, I can get a defensive tackle in a lot of places. I just can. I mean, I'm looking at this next draft class going, I see about 8 of them that I would feel just fine with, and I don't have to take them in round 1 or round 2.
I feel like the bar for emotional attachment to a player needs to be higher, too. Because I think about what Dave Canales said a couple weeks ago, where he was talking about how much Chuba Hubbard means to the organization and everything he's done. And I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, he's been all right, but it's not like he's Luke Kuechly. I feel like, when you talk about guys that you should have emotional attachment to, like, it needs to be a really high bar, and I just don't see that with Sauce or Quinnen. And I love Quinnen, obviously Alabama guy, but yeah, I mean, like you said, they're not winning, so it's time to move on, try something different.
It's hard to see the forest for the trees for some fans. That's why I love Jeremy Green. He thinks about things so much differently. You can look at you look at the Jets logo on his shirt and go, maybe that guy's a little upset about what happened yesterday. But then you take into account there's always a brighter future.
I look
in Flosstradamus's eyes.
When I got dressed this morning, I got dressed very early. Got dressed in the dark, not going to lie, because I didn't want to wake my wife up. I had to be down here early.
That's a good man.
I started rifling through the closet, and I saw this very fluorescent green pullover. And I went, I think this is the happiest I've been to put that on in the last 4 years. Because we have hope. It's the one thing that Jets didn't have. Mm-hmm. That is the way that you keep your job. You have to be a hope merchant. You know what? When I don't have hope, when I'm looking at having the number 1 pick in a draft that does not have a quarterback, this is a team that doesn't have a quarterback. The offensive line's fine. We added 2 young pieces in Mozzie Smith and A.D. Mitchell that, I mean, I'm not jumping up and down about, but are they nice depth pieces? Sure. Mm-hmm. The defense was broken anyway. And now I'm looking at all these picks going, do you realize how good you could be in 2 years? If one thing falls your way, you could be great. You could end up with Arch Manning and Jeremiah Smith because you traded a 175-pound corner and a defensive tackle who I love as a person and I really like as a player. I've always thought he was a little undervalued, but at the end of the day, he's the 4th best defensive tackle in the league. It's not like we traded Myles Garrett and prime Darrelle Revis. We traded good players. It's cost of doing business. And now you have more combined capital in the next 2 years than any NFL team has had in the last 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel great about that.
Yep. Jeremy Green, hope merchant.
That's a shirt.
If 1 or 2 things happen, I mean, you could be talking about 7 Super Bowls in a row.
I know. It could be crazy. You got hope, and that's a good thing for the Jets and the Jets fans who had very little going into the trade deadline. Big day yesterday. We'll continue to look at all the deals, talk about some what happened over the weekend since we missed the first 2 days of the week. When we return here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN, Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact
Clear.
You are
Thank you.
listening to me.
I'm actively
which,
working
let's
on a
be
shirt.
honest, is
Jeremy
kind of
Green,
flattering.
Hope
But
Merchant.
my point is,
Hope Merchant.
radio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right. You're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
ESPN Asheville and Asheville Smiles is giving a complete smile makeover to one winner at the value of up to $60,000. This personalized transformation could include advanced cosmetic and restorative treatments tailored to your needs, all delivered by a team known for exceptional care and results. You can nominate yourself or a loved one in need. All submissions, which include photos and your story, are due November 20th, 2025. Nominate the person in your life that deserves a smile makeover now. ESPNAVL.com. It's a smile makeover from Asheville Smiles and ESPN Asheville.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Cal Penn, and on my new podcast, Here We Go Again, we'll take today's trends and headlines and ask, why does history keep repeating itself? Each week, I'm calling up my friends like Bill Nye, Lily Singh, and Pete Buttigieg to talk about everything from the space race to psychedelics.
You're a citizen of Earth, Cal.
My goal here is for you to listen and feel a little better about the future. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Here We Go Again with Cal Penn, and listen now.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
We're back at the Sportsocracy. It's a 3-man team today, or at least for the moment. Jeremy Green joining us from Greenville, South Carolina on a Womack Wednesday. News 13 Sports Director Chris Womack joining me here in the Ingles studio.
We were just talking about players and emotional attachment and how it should be rare, and it just dawned on me. I am wearing a Derrick Henry Tennessee Titans T-shirt.
Little attached, are you?
Yeah.
That should be a player you were attached to. The Jets haven't had a player that I was attached to since Curtis Martin.
That goes back a ways.
You know, when Fanatics did that deal where if a player gets traded, you can trade the jersey in. I hadn't bought a jersey in years because I was the Black Dahlia of jersey purchases.
As soon as you bought it, they were gone.
I owned a Brett Favre Jets jersey. That's all you need to know.
Boo.
Yeah, it's not good. See, that's you want to know how Jeremy becomes unemotional? It's pretty simple. When you've dated for 20 years and you never got to date 4, you don't pick out rings, okay?
Yes. The YouTube chat quick to remind everyone that, I mean, the Jets did have 5 first-round picks in 21 and 22, and that led to what you just said, 20 wins over the 3 seasons before they blew it up? I mean, while there's hope for Jets fans, then there's that just laying out there going, wait a minute, they already did this once. And here we are again, resetting the decks.
Well, okay.
I get that you have hope.
All right,
but,
so let's play what you just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 5 first-round picks. What'd they lead to? You missed on Zach Wilson, which sets every franchise back 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Vera Tucker's been a really good offensive lineman. Had injury issues, but been a really good offensive lineman.
Right.
Sauce Gardner's a top 5 to 10 corner in the NFL. Garrett Wilson's a top 5 to 10 wide receiver in the NFL. And Jermaine Johnson's a really good defensive end. You hit on the players. You missed on the coach. You missed on the quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You could do it again. Mm-hmm. You could also not do it again. You know what was always going to be a big turd? Aaron Glenn with Justin Fields. That was always going to be a poo sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it could be anything. It could even be Sauce Gardner or Quentin Williams. I don't care. They're cheap, right, and I'm happy. Let me be happy.
All right, we'll let you be happy. There's a lot of hope here.
Tank, are you seeing super chats by any chance? I have no idea what that is. I just know y'all play a fun little sounder with it.
We do have a couple of super chats. All right, let's see if we can find about there.
'Cause it's all about the money, all about the money.
The first one is from Randy, who said, "Fix Jeremy's mic. Can't hear things. Sorry, that was my fault. I forget when we're out of the studio, I have to hit 2 buttons. When I'm in the studio, I only have to hit 1. And I forgot I did a live yesterday. So that was my bad. Sorry.
All right. We've got another?
Yep. This is from Red Sea, and it opens up a great opportunity for Tank to say, sorry.
Sorry.
So asking for the safety of those involved, is Tank in a secure bomb shelter after the kiss of death he placed on Washington? Yeah, Tank, your kiss of death's getting stronger, bro. You broke Jaden Daniels' arm in a horrific way.
No, this can't be on me. I mean, mine was the minor injury. This one was just a fluke. You can't put this one on me, too.
No, this is on you. It's on you for this is like the Madden curse. Tank endorsed you, so for 1 calendar year, if his girlfriend breaks up with him, if his tire goes flat, and especially if his arm goes the wrong direction, that's on you.
Well,
and you got the Indianapolis Colts in the same week. They gave up 2. You said, I believe in the Indianapolis Colts, and within 1 calendar week, they got the bejesus beat out of them by the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they gave up 2 first-round picks for a corner.
Mm-hmm. They turned it over 6 times in one game. That's hard to do.
I'm not going to lie. Now that I know I possess your 2 first-round picks for the next 2 years, I really enjoyed what I saw out of Daniel Jones on Sunday. I would like to see that no less than 9 more times.
Let's see it more.
Yes. Can we do that 8 more times this season? That would be super-duper cool.
Oh, that'll be the first chance you get. NFL action begins on Sunday with another international game. Indiana Jones and the Atlanta Falcons in Berlin.
Woo! I mean, you forgot one, Tank. Tomorrow, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue. I'll be back in Asheville. I might be sliding in on 2 tires, but I'll be back in Asheville for our live remote from Bear Smokehouse Barbecue for the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos.
Can we skip it?
No, we can't.
Okay, all right.
I mean,
not going to Bears. I would love to go to Bears. I'm always about going to.
You can always throw up some basketball now. We're in college basketball season.
That's true. Problem is we don't have a game worth watching until Friday.
That actually reminds me, Chris. Can you break down the college women's game that started 72-0 last night?
Excuse me?
What? I'm unaware of that.
Yeah, it was. I think it was UC Santa Barbara and some school I've never heard of. They were up 72-0 in the 3rd quarter. A college basketball team that came together of their own volition scored 0 points in 1 half.
Bethesda and Cal State Northridge?
Was it Cal State? Was it Northridge? I knew it was one of the Cals. I just couldn't remember which one.
Yeah. Cal State Northridge put up 72 on Bethesda in less than 3 quarters and did not let them score. The final score was 103-13.
Yes.
I've got another one here. Vermont beat Dean 137-31.
I think they're just making them up. Like, I think Dean was just a bunch of girls whose last name is Dean.
Or maybe it was one guy.
It's just, hey, you know what? We're going to play pros versus Joes. We got 5 college basketball players, 5 female college basketball players against this dude named Dean.
Yeah.
Northern Colorado, a 105-31 winner over Northern New Mexico.
Yeah, that's. I am looking forward to Friday with the Cantankerous. We will be live from a city in North Carolina. We don't know which one yet.
We're not sure which one, but
it may be in a rest area off the side of the road in Greensboro. Who knows?
We'll be taking the show on the road because we're going to head to Chapel Hill to go see the Tar Heels and the Kansas Jayhawks at the Dean Dome.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely a stop that we needed to make. So on Friday, we're going to make that happen. Of course, we'll be checking in with you on the socials while we're out there. Part of the Ingles Living the Dream Tour with our good friends Clarissa Sells, WNC.com. Of course, Parks Ford of Hendersonville, Ingles Supermarkets. Who else have I forgotten?
If you're looking for a pretty cool opportunity in the women's game, how about Oklahoma? We'll be playing at Western Carolina coming up.
Wait, at?
In the Ramsey Center.
How did they pull that off?
So Oklahoma, the women's team, they were going to play in the Jordan Jumpman Invitational, and I think that they lost their spot in there or for whatever reason. But they had already planned to hit up Cullowhee because it was on the way back, just pick up 2 games for the price of 1. And apparently they just want to keep the Western Carolina game, and so freaking Oklahoma will be at the Ramsey Center.
Is that the men or women?
Women.
It's the women.
Okay. I was about to say, how did Oklahoma's men's team get kicked out of the Jumpman? Because they only have 4. If Jordan looked at the 4 teams that they heavily endorse and went, nope, we're going to take an Adidas school. Bye, Oklahoma.
Right.
I would have laughed until I probably piddled in my chair.
Tar Heels basketball tipped off on ESPN Asheville on Monday night. There was the 50-point beatdown of Central Arkansas.
That's Sunday, by the way.
Point.
This Sunday, Oklahoma coming to Cullowhee. Sorry.
There you go.
Let's go.
Then the next broadcast will be on
Sunday.
Friday night.
I lied. Sorry. I'm done talking about WCU basketball. I'm sorry.
The next Tar Heel game will be on Friday night. It will be the Kansas matchup at the Dean Dome. You'll have the coverage right here on ESPN. Asheville will be carrying that, and the high school football playoff matchup this week. We've got Owen and Union Academy that will be heard only on News Radio 570 WWNC. It's
First time in 11 years that Owen has hosted a playoff game.
Yeah, it's been a long time since the Jagger Gardner days that Owen got to do that. So that's going to be fun. We'll have Mike Gore and the rest of the crew on the call for that one. But then the Tar Heel game will be here on ESPN Asheville.
Tank, did you do a thing? We have a super chat that makes me think you did a thing that's going to make me it's going to make me yell.
Okay, all right.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money.
It's from Will Joe got him? I'm not sure who that is. Said Tank said nice things about the Seahawks today. I need him to take them back.
Yeah, the Seahawks are terrible.
Did you? There you go. Yeah, you don't get to hop on the Sammy D MVP. No.
I'm sorry.
I offered you a seat.
I did in the first
You
hour.
gave me a double bird, and you threw a beer can at me.
Right.
You are not allowed on this bus. You stay your jinxed ass outside of this bus.
All I said was I felt like the move to get Rashid Shaheed was real good.
Awesome. So Rashid Shaheed's going to be abducted by space aliens somewhere over Oklahoma in his flight to Seattle. Awesome.
I can't.
Have you
not
informed
say
Chris
good
of your
things about good things?
Have you informed Chris of your just insane ability to wreck all things wonderful?
Yes. Apparently, I have destroyed Jaden Daniels because I was
broke his arm.
I broke his arm. I was in the Jaden
I mean, I think
Daniels,
you should send him a card.
bandwagon.
I'm just afraid that he'll get a paper cut from the card.
We had a bold take daily draft before the season started, and one of my bold takes was that Jaden Daniels was going to win the MVP, and then he got hurt, missed a couple of games, and then he came back, and then he got really hurt.
So do you and
it's all my fault.
Do you and your wife talk about the Tennessee Titans a lot at home? Because I feel like maybe we can blame you for this.
We do. We talk a lot about the Tennessee Titans. I was all about the Mike Vrabel era, and Amy Adams Strunk went, we can't have this anymore.
Yeah.
So she blew up a good thing, and I apologize to everyone. But when good things are happening, I have to say good things. And look, the Seahawks are. I've said it for a couple of weeks now. They already were a team that I was frightened for my team to face in the playoffs, and now Rashid Shaheed gets added to the mix, and it's going to be rough for everybody.
I do feel like I have to say out loud that Chris Womack and I actually actively prove my magic beans theory.
Okay.
Chris, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you feel about your Tennessee Titans right now?
I would say I got to see who the new coach is going to be.
Let's say in theory you get whatever coach it is you want that's short of the Kooky Madookie. Like it's not going to be
Vrabel,
Sean McVay, or Mike Vrabel, but you get available coaches. You get the one you want. How good?
I'd say I'm a solid 7, maybe 6.5. I think Cam Ward has shown enough. Personally, I mean he's had his struggles, but he's also made some plays that show you exactly why he was the number 1 pick in the draft. But I don't know. I'm also an eternal optimist. I have to say that.
So Chris is an eternal optimist, which means he believes that the glass is half full. I am an eternal realist, which means I think the glass is full of urine. He has the reigning number 1 pick quarterback in his pocket already. And I gave him whatever coach he wanted. And as an optimist, he got to 6.5 or a 10, or 6.5 or a 7. I have no coach, no quarterback, no players, no discernible hope whatsoever, and an owner that may be a moron. And I'm a freaking 10. A 10.
He gives it a 10, Bill.
I give it a 10.
Yeah, it's just I think for me, the Titans, their first year as the Titans, they go to the Super Bowl. And so that sort of sets the standard for us. And then we had a pretty good run there in the, what do they call those, the aughts?
Yeah.
The O's or whatever. With Kerry Collins, you had Chris Johnson and Eddie George, at different times. But then, God, we have sucked so bad at times. And firing Vrabel, nobody will ever be able to make me understand that. Because it felt like it was simply the ownership caving to media pressure because they didn't like Mike Vrabel because he wasn't the best at press conferences and he was kind of surly. I don't give a damn. The guy won an AFC South championship the year before.
Bingo.
I agree. I'm Jeremy Green, and I endorse everything that he just said. Word for word. Stop trying to be happier than happy. Now, conversely, when your wife is really good friends with all the neighbors and she disappears for 4 or 5 hours at a time, like it is being a Jets fan, be happier than that. That's where I am right now. I just kicked her to the curb, and now I'm going to go hang out with my new friends.
Yeah.
Who are those new friends? I don't know, but they're cooler than this.
All right, you are in the Sportsocracy. Time to take another break. We'll be right back here on a Womack Wednesday.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Nice looking
there. Good.
Our hump day forecast, so there's unseasonably mild weather with us, sunny, low 70s. A cold front does come through later tonight, mainly clear. We're still milder at night, 45. But tomorrow we're a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
I got to dip out about
Friday,
2:30
a carbon copy.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
I'll leave y'all up on the
weekend,
YouTube.
early next week.
Okay.
Ooh, can I find a funny
This
picture of
report
Chris
is
Womack to
sponsored
make
by
a,
Robert Half.
Chat
At
GPT
Robert
picture
Half,
out of?
they found that 60.
He said, yeah, they're out there.
increase contract talent. That's why they're
You get the one with the little sign that you had, the Facebook picture with the sign that I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
talent today.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds
we're
and
going
invites
Chris with Big Show.
Show, you gotta
finds you
right.
in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Your radio just got a digital upgrade.
With the free iHeartRadio app, you can save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts.
With easy presets.
It's your personal audio passport. Get what millions already have.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! We are the Nix family, and this is our Ingles story.
Welcome to Henderson County, North Carolina, known throughout the South as Apple Country. Here, the family of Apple Wedge Farm is in its 5th and 6th generation, cultivating fresh fruit for the local community and beyond. For decades, these beautiful locally grown apples have graced the shelves of Ingles markets, and we look forward to carrying them for decades to come. Ingles. Low prices, love the savings.
We are back at the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. It's 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400, heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. We're live on YouTube. Jeremy Green joining us live from the second office.
We really need like a sounder for like take the "Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego" music and dub it with me, and just take all the lunatic things I say and drop them in there.
Carmen Sandiego. Carmen Sandiego. Copyright.
Yeah,
1991 or whatever it was.
Oh man, Jeremy, we've had a lot of things happening in the NFL. I'm having a hard time, choosing my words here because as soon as I talk good about somebody, something bad happens.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to kill somebody. I'm telling you, the FBI will get involved. First time you say something about a guy and his plane disappears over the Atlantic Ocean, there's going to be a guy in a cheap suit with a badge in his pocket that wants to talk to you.
We had the big showdown on Sunday between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. How much did that game mean in the long run?
I mean, it's what Buffalo does. They beat Kansas City in the regular season. How much does it mean in the grander scheme of things? Probably not a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason that I say that is how many teams can physically make the playoffs in the AFC? Right now, there are 8 teams with 5 or more wins. There's not a team with 4. Everybody else is 3 or worse. Oh, and by the way, 2 of those teams that are currently in the playoffs are the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Right.
I have a weird feeling that Kansas City probably replaces one of those. They get in, and they're not going to be fun to play. I mean, because they're going to be playing against teams that are quarterbacked by Daniel Jones, Drake May, Bo Nix, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence. Does it mean a ton in the long game to you?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think it does play well for the race for home field advantage. I do feel like that is a big part of this. If the Buffalo Bills are going to get over that hump, you want every advantage in your favor. So hosting a playoff game against the Kansas City Chiefs, potentially, that means a lot. But I've seen this happen so many times that I don't think it does anything for like the psyche of the Buffalo Bills. Like, oh ho hum, what are they now? 4-1 in the last 5 years.
Josh Allen's 5-1 in the regular season against the Chiefs, and 0-4 in the playoffs against them.
There you go. Like I've seen you do this a bunch of times. We know you can beat them. Can you beat them when it matters? If you get the home game, maybe that matters. Now, right now, you're up by 2 games on them in that race, and they'll have to have an amazing end of the season to even catch you or even threaten you to take that away from you. So I think in that sense, yes, home field advantage will matter to the Buffalo Bills, but I mean, not really. I mean, did you feel a certain way, Chris?
No, I mean, cool. You beat the Chiefs again in the regular season. That's par for the course.
Right.
Obviously, Patrick Mahomes somehow gets the best of you every time in the postseason. Check in with me then. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I don't know that the biggest impediment to you winning a Super Bowl or getting to a Super Bowl right now is not in your own division. Mm-hmm. I'm not even sure at this point if the Kansas City Chiefs are the team that's going to stand in your way.
I really don't think they are. I mean, they're good, and I mean, God, they somehow turn it on when it becomes the postseason every single time. But yeah, as we sit right here, they're not the one I'm worried about. I don't think you're going to see them in the AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see the Tennessee Titans.
Okay, well, we know that's not going to happen. But at this point, I mean, who are you scared of the most in the AFC?
No one.
Other than the Buffalo Bills.
No one. I'm scared of no one in the AFC.
Nobody.
Like, if I'm one of those teams that makes the playoffs, I walk in and go, you know what? They're in the same boat we are. They are horribly flawed. And on any given day, I can beat you. That's why I'm not really railing on Indianapolis. I think it's a bold strategy. But you struck while the iron was hot. Because Indianapolis, I get it. They lost to Pittsburgh. I tried to tell all of you they were going to lose to Pittsburgh. That's low-key. My second biggest number of dollars victory of the year was Pittsburgh. Because it made too much sense. It didn't change how I feel about Indianapolis. I still think that's a team that can beat anybody on any given day, especially when Daniel Jones plays well. If he turns it over 6 times, now that's a little bit different of a story.
Yeah, looking at it, obviously the Patriots are off to a good start, but in the playoffs, I don't like them against Buffalo. Same thing with the Colts, as Jeremy said, and the Broncos, I mean, again, 7-2, that's cute, that's great. I don't like you in the playoffs against Josh Allen. It seems like the Bills have a pretty smooth path.
This feels like a year where we're going to get a lot of games where we have a team that's played really well in the regular season that has a quarterback that we do not trust playing a team that maybe didn't play as well in the regular season that has a quarterback we really trust. And we're going to figure out which one of those matters, and I have a feeling it's going to be the latter. Can't wait to see the Colts, Broncos, and Patriots have a combined 8 losses in the regular season, and not one of them gets to the AFC Championship game.
Unfortunately.
And it's Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen on Conference Championship Sunday again.
Right. Or you have Lamar sneaks up into the discussion, and then you got to deal with the Baltimore Ravens. Who knows?
Yeah, don't. I'm telling you, I tried to warn all of you. Get those punches in on the Baltimore Ravens while you can, because they have a history of figuring this out.
Right.
And weird. Now Kyle Hamilton's not playing safety anymore, and ain't that a coinky dink? All of a sudden, they figured out how to play defense again.
We've got a super chat that pertains to me.
Oh, okay.
About the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money. I do this for my hustle.
All right, this is from Andrew Adams. He says, I'm a Titans fan, and I'm open to hiring a college coach.
It's interesting because how many times has that worked out? Pete Carroll,
Few.
Jimmy Johnson. Now, I mean, I guess
maybe Harbaugh.
Harbaugh,
you consider him.
Yeah, I would say Harbaugh, but hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
He's gotten close.
I would take playing in another Super Bowl, so I'll go ahead and count it. I think I've already seen some other people comment about Sark. That seems to be the most logical choice of the college coaches because DeBoer isn't an NFL guy. Dabo's not an NFL guy. Kirby's not an NFL guy. I wonder about Marcus Freeman.
That's one that comes up a lot when you talk to NFL people.
Yeah. I mean, Marcus is a guy that I could definitely see making that transition. I would also look at, I don't know how I feel about Ryan Day. I mean, I don't feel like he's so raw that you would have to just pigeonhole him into college. But yeah, I mean, there's some options out there, but I think you just got to look at the history too. It seems like guys are either NFL guys or they are college guys. And that doesn't mean that I hate it when people say the best coaches are in the NFL. By that, you're telling me that all these losers that get fired midway through a season are better, are more knowledgeable than Nick Saban, than Bobby Bowden?
No, I don't necessarily think that's what people mean. I think when people say that, they're talking about the best 5. Now, some kooky Madookies might think the 32 best coaches in the
right. If you go best 5, but even then, I mean, I think that there's obviously outliers because Nick Saban I would put up against any NFL coach. And I think you look at Bill Belichick, I mean, how successful was he in the NFL? And he cannot get out of his own way at the college level.
They're getting better. Nobody
They are,
wants to talk about it, but they're getting better.
They beat who again?
Oh, it doesn't matter. They play in the ACC. The ACC is an 18-team round-robin tournament of Rochambeau. I'm gonna kick you in the schnards. You kick me in the schnards, and eventually one of us is gonna cry.
Yeah, it's gonna steal a playoff spot.
Yeah, then they won't deserve it. I promise.
Yeah. The new poll came out. The first college football playoff rankings came out yesterday. We got Ohio State at the top, obviously. Indiana, though, I remember, Jeremy, you said to me you'd kind of be surprised if Indiana wasn't the number 1.
I am surprised they're not the number 1.
Ohio State's 1. Indiana is 2.
A&M's 3. Alabama's 4.
A&M and Alabama. And then you got Georgia and Ole Miss right behind them. At 14 is Virginia.
But
they steal
are
a spot.
The 11 seed.
Right. They steal a spot getting in because they're projected as the ACC champions. And then you have that old group of 6 spot. Not even ranked in the top 25. Memphis would be the 12 seed in the playoff. Maybe, we learned something last year about the automatic bids and the automatic buys. Maybe this is the year we learn something about this whole group of 5 thing. We'll discuss it when we come back here on ESPN Asheville. You're in the Sportsocracy.
ESPN Asheville.
All right, we're clear.
Your mountain weather forecast.
Nice looking Wednesday afternoon. Our hump day.
Queen of Memphis, yeah.
Seasonably mild weather with us. Sunny, low 70s. A cold front does come through later tonight. Mainly clear. We're still milder at night. 45. But tomorrow we're a little bit cooler. Sunshine upper 60s. Friday, a carbon copy of Thursday. Sunshine upper 60s. Much colder late in the weekend, early next week. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report sponsored by the experts at Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate, the real estate leader in Western North Carolina.
Howard Hanna Beverly Hanks Real Estate is not like other real estate companies. They're built differently. As the #1 family-owned real estate company in the U.S., proven expertise and personalized service delivers results. Let them show you how at Howard Hanna Hannah Beverly Hanks.
ESPN Asheville and Asheville Smiles is giving a complete smile makeover to one winner with a value of up to $60,000. This personalized transformation could include advanced cosmetic and restorative treatments tailored to your needs, all delivered by a team known for exceptional care and results. You can nominate yourself or a loved one in need. All submissions, which include photos and your story, are due November 20th, 2025. Nominate the person in your life that deserves a smile makeover now. ESPNAVL.com. It's a smile makeover from Asheville Smiles and ESPN Asheville.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I'm Mark Starling, and this Medical Minute is brought to you by Haywood Regional Medical Center. Did you know lung cancer affects more people each year than any other cancer? This November, Haywood Regional Medical Center is observing Lung Cancer Awareness Month, a time to shine a light on prevention, early detection, and hope. The leading risk factor for lung cancer is tobacco use, but other risks include exposure to secondhand smoke, radon, asbestos, and even family history. While not all lung cancers can be prevented, there are steps you can take to lower your risk. Stay away from tobacco, don't smoke, and try to avoid breathing in other people's smoke. Have your home tested for radon and make sure any issues are treated. Eat a healthy diet rich in fruits and vegetables, and most importantly, talk to your doctor about lung cancer screenings, especially if you're at higher risk. Early detection saves lives. This November, take charge of your health and spread awareness with Haywood Regional Medical Center, caring for our community every breath of the way. To learn more or schedule a screening, visit myhaywoodregional.com.
This is J.W.
I'm
Whitley,
not
General
ashamed to
Manager
admit
at Parks
that
Ford
I
of
find
Hendersonville.
watching
Our value
NFL
of
teams
commitment.
sticker their
Committed
helmets
to you as our customers
really
and
relaxing.
the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County.
I've got
we have
you,
the customer service
straightened out.
experience
It's
to
just gonna
assist
take
you
me a
in
couple
achieving
more
your
days.
real estate goals. Our team
I'll,
offers something that
I'll call you
90%
later
of
and
listings in our
update you.
market won't have. Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I cannot hear you.
The kick is up. It is.
Keep pounding.
Good! Carolina silences Lambeau Field.
Hi, this is Anish Shroff. Join me, Luke Kuechly, Jake Delhomme, and Kristen Balboni Sunday as the Panthers return home for a date with division rival New Orleans.
The handoff to Dowdle. Up the middle. He's got a hole. He's got the 40, 35.
Pre-game comes your way at noon. Kickoff at 1 on the Carolina Panthers Radio Network.
The Carolina Panthers play on 570 WWNC.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique
Tank,
branded items at
hit
the
the
best
button
price.
so I can
Mountain
hear
Graphics
Chris.
and Showtime Sports can customize.
I just want to make sure that I heard what he or understood what he just said.
Go ahead.
Okay, hey, so what I was saying is my phone has been broken for like 4 days, but I'm getting a new one today. So I should be good to go, but DM me if you don't hear from me.
Okay.
What I was trying to say is I know I gave you that Venmo, but I'm assuming Tank has sort of filled you in on my situation.
Very, very little, but I'm I know the vagaries.
Yeah, so I definitely don't want anything sent to that Venmo.
Sure.
But if you're able to just do a check, that's great. Or if I need to create a Venmo today, I will.
Nope, you're good. I can bring you a check. It's not a problem. I had to just get everything. We had a lot of balls in the air that I can't really say because they can still hear me. We had some balls in the air that we had to get back into hand before I could resolve all the issues.
You're sounding a lot like Tank right now.
He's a big fan of the balls in his hand.
Correct.
For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best.
All right, here we go.
from the Ingles studio.
WPEK Fairview.
WMXF Waynesville.
W225CJ Candler.
The #1 preset in your car and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. That's money. Enter it now.
Go to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Live from the Ingles studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog eat! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
We are live in the Ingles studio on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. It is the Sportsocracy on a Womack Wednesday. We've got Jeremy Green in tow, live from Greenville, South Carolina. He'll be with us for the next half hour.
From the other Ingles studio.
Yes,
in
the
Greenville,
other
South Carolina.
Ingles studio. Exactly. Look, low prices, love the savings.
They're great human beings. You should go buy your groceries today and tell the person that checks you out, I listen to those two fat idiots on the radio. Trust me, they know who you're talking about.
They definitely know who you're talking about. The college football playoff rankings came out yesterday. The top 12 would not be in right now.
That's how it was last year. Alabama was number 12.
That's how it was last year. I hate it. I don't like the fact that we have this situation where, hey, top 12 teams in the country are the top 12 teams in the country.
Are you willing to die on the Texas-Oklahoma hill? Because I'm not.
Look, this is not an argument for, Texas needs to be in or, Oklahoma needs to be in. I just feel like we can't, or we can, obviously, because they're going to do it. But I feel like we shouldn't be in a position where a team not even in the top 25 best teams in the country can get into this thing. And that's where we currently sit right now with the group of 5 representative in Memphis.
I live by a simple philosophy. Any team that's had 2 games where I had to Google, does your quarterback have any relation to Chauncey Billups? I'm not going to die on that hill. I'm just not. Arch Manning and John Mateer, there have been times where I've gone, are we sure? Because I'm not so sure watching you play. Especially since John Mateer had Venmos that said gambling debts before the season.
Yeah, I mean, that's a little
not smart.
It was just a joke. It was just guys being guys.
Yeah, it's just a joke. Why is your thumb bent backwards? I fell. I tripped on the dog.
No. This is not a Texas must be in, Oklahoma must be in, the SEC needs to have 7 teams in the top 12. No. This is just give me the best 12 teams and let's move on. I don't care what conference they're from. If they're the top 12, they're the top 12. I don't have to have the ACC champion in this if they're not in the top 12. I don't need to have the group of 5 school in this if they're not in the top 12. I don't need Memphis going into Athens in the first round of the playoffs. I just don't feel like that's gonna serve anybody.
I don't know. I kind of like having that one spot reserved for the outlier, for the true underdog, because I think in the past, App State had some teams that could win a first-round game. You go back to those old Boise State teams when they were really, they just could not get into the top 2 for the BCS, but they were right there on the cusp. I would have liked to see them get a shot at playing for a national title. So, more often than not, you're going to get a dud of a team, and you're going to get what happened last year, where Ashton Genty and company get exposed for being frauds.
Yeah.
But I like give them a shot. They're obviously almost always going to – they should not host a game.
Right.
I am 100% on board with that. They should not be a host team. But give them a shot to go into Tuscaloosa, to go into Tallahassee or wherever it might be that that year and shock the world. I'm all for that.
It ain't going to be Tallahassee anytime soon.
Yeah, I really said that because you were there.
Unless there's a brink struck somewhere that we could back up to Lane Kiffin, I don't think it's going to be Tallahassee anytime soon. Look, this is one of those years. I'll agree with Chris. I would rather see a team from the ACC and one of those group of 5 teams than one of these, the 6th best team in the SEC. I do not usually feel that way. This year, I don't think there's a great team because I don't think Ohio State's great. I think Indiana's the closest I've seen to great. Alabama's good is as good, if not better, than anybody else. Matt Lumsden asked me last night in a text message. I'm assuming he was having a bar bet with somebody. Just an assumption. I don't know that. But he said, if you could take any 3 teams in college football for the rest of the season, who would it be? And I went, without thinking about it, Indiana, Ohio State, Alabama, done. And I don't love that I don't have Oregon, but I ain't losing sleep over it either.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama, I think that first game, it's going to be hard to explain. I don't know how they were so different then than they were just a couple of weeks later. I mean, the week after, they weren't particularly strong either, but then it just seems like since week 3, they've really been clicking on all cylinders. I do not understand what happened with Florida State, but it scares me because you've shown that you can play like that. You know, Ohio State and Indiana, their moments of weakness have not resulted in losses. So I mean, their bad is better than Alabama's bad, I guess is the best way to put it.
I mean, the Florida State game, I chalk up to Alabama with Alabama. It's a new scheme. You had no idea what you were getting into. You couldn't possibly have known they were going to throw it 9 times. So I kind of – this is going to sound really convoluted when I say it. I almost give Kalen DeBoer more credit for that than I do what I've seen from Ryan Day, which is you played a horribly flawed Texas team, and you haven't played a soul since. Awesome. You're undefeated. You should be.
Right.
There's not one team on the schedule you should have lost to, and you should be killing teams. Alabama, I feel like, has developed. And I know that sounds weird to have seen a team lose, and that's actually more impressive to me. That team looks nothing today like they looked 2 months ago. I watched that Florida State game and laughed the entire way, just going, this is what you were trying to tell me is a top 25 team? And 3 weeks later, I watched them against Georgia and went, well, they found it. I don't know if they found 55 ringers the first time and just put them in a jersey, but that team doesn't even look like the same dudes anymore.
Well, they were missing Tim Keenum. They were missing some guys on the offensive line. Jam Miller wasn't playing. I mean, they were missing some guys.
Sure.
That being said, I don't know that it makes a difference in that game because Florida State just outclassed them. But I think that you hear coaches say all the time, you know, it's a long season. We've got to develop and, you know, we want to get better each week. Well, that's what Alabama has done. They have gotten better every single week in some facet. And so, you know, yeah, we started out a little lower than maybe we thought we would, but here is Alabama now firmly back in the national championship hunt.
This week in college football, we've got BYU and Texas Tech. That's
Woo!
The premier game.
Is that an elimination game? I think for BYU it might be because your remaining schedule after that is awfully weak.
Well, the question is, can you get to the Big 12 title game? So for BYU, they have a head start because they're 5-0. Texas Tech, it gets gross in a hurry because they're 5-1. Cincinnati's also 5-1. But you got Houston, Utah, and Arizona State that all are 4-2. You've also got TCU that's only got 2 losses. If Texas Tech loses, they're in trouble. I will say this, though. I'm not sure Texas Tech wouldn't make it even with a loss to BYU because they're going to smoke UCF. They're going to smoke WVU. And then you're sitting 10-2, and, man, your good looks really good.
Yeah.
And the SEC is going to cannibalize themselves as they always do.
Yeah, that's the problem that you have with the, even with the Big Ten. Like you get a Big Ten team I haven't looked at the schedule, but I mean, well, here, let's just click on the old schedule and see what happens. Perfect one. Indiana. Indiana beat Oregon. They beat Illinois earlier in the season. But you got Penn State, Wisconsin, and Purdue. If they don't finish undefeated in the regular season, I'll be shocked. You've got teams like that or conferences like that where the end of the schedule is going to be so gross that some of these good teams are just going to be able to run through them. You don't have that much in the SEC.
Look, you're not going to have many teams that have super impressive resumes without hiccups.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, to me, who's the most impressive team to you in college football? And I'm asking both of you this.
For me, it's been Indiana.
For me, I am going this is going to sound like a homer pick, but I'm going to go with Alabama. I think that, I just had their schedule up. I would say from the Wisconsin game on, I'm not going to count UL Monroe 73-0. Maybe the Georgia game. I think from the Georgia game on, because you're looking at 4 wins in a row over a top 25 team. And then South Carolina gave you hell. That was a road game, so 29-22, I can live with that. And then LSU, I mean, this is actually a tricky game this week because first game without Brian Kelly, you don't really know what they're going to throw at you.
Fired, coach bump.
Yeah, they're not going to reinvent the wheel. It's not like LSU's going to come out and, as we were talking about earlier, the smokestack eye.
Right.
But Alabama, I mean, it's a rivalry game. Those guys, a lot of guys from Alabama go to LSU. A lot of guys from Louisiana go to Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can survive this, then I feel really good about them going the rest of the way.
Do I smell a road dog for bangers this week, Jeremy?
It depends how many points you're giving me.
9.5.
It needs to be more than that, but maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
It needs to be more than that.
There's a lot of breweries down here in lovely Greenville, South Carolina. Maybe I go to one and get a little wild. I love points. And I like Chris's answer. Frankly, I like your answer too, Tank, because to me, I'm looking at Indiana. That's the most impressive team I've seen with my eyes.
Mm.
But then you get into resume. And resume opens up Alabama. Resume opens up Ole Miss. Resume opens up a handful of other teams that have just played more daunting schedules. But I have a but to every single one of these teams. Mm-hmm. So, and the reason I wanted to say this is because I always say Ohio State's only beaten Texas, who I don't buy at all. The rest of the schedule's been awful. I could say the same thing about 4 other teams in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Just hadn't beaten anybody. Oregon's best wins, Penn State.
Texas A&M. You beat Notre Dame and LSU,
and you needed a small miracle to beat Notre Dame.
And then you play Missouri this week, and Texas at the end.
That's all you got.
That's all you got.
And you only beat Auburn by 6.
And then you have to play in the SEC title game against somebody who is probably gooder than you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Texas A&M. They're undefeated, but you've got a 6-point win over Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a 3-point win over Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Florida, you doubled them up. I guess that's satisfactory enough. Mississippi State, that's a 22-point win. But, yeah, they don't – even with an undefeated record, there's some questions there.
By the way, you mentioned Arkansas. I heard you say earlier that Arkansas is a really electric in-stadium experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a girl in Fayetteville. I can't tell you she still lives there. I can't tell you she lived there then. I have no idea. But she has told people about one fun evening with a feller named Ricardo Montalban.
Ricardo?
Yep.
That she
worked.
Bought that.
That worked. I kid you not. It will be in my book upon my death.
I mean, tell me, though, isn't Arkansas an underrated game day and post-game experience?
Arkansas is an underrated place where people hand you one thing that does not have alcohol and one thing that does have alcohol, and they go, you should try this together. And for some reason, you just keep doing it.
Yeah. No,
I got a bourbon and a Gatorade. That doesn't make any sense, but when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
As long as it's the blue Gatorade.
And the next thing you know, you're yelling hog pig suey, and it's been a day.
Nope. I will say, when they're clicking, when they do the call the hogs, that is one of the cooler, in-game traditions.
Right.
I think that could be a whale of a daily draft between the three of us one day. What are the best in-stadium experiences?
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people expect me to say Alabama. Look, Alabama game days suck.
I agree with you.
I think the quad is a decent tailgating setup, but it's not Ole Miss, it's not LSU. The home field advantage, they give the good seats to the old donors, so you don't really feel the pressure if you're the visiting team. I mean, you've got old people, they're sitting on their hands and clapping, and the students are in one end zone. It's not a tough home field environment. The toughest part about it is the team on the other side, on the home sideline.
It's the quietest, gigantic stadium in college football.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, I don't walk in there and I'm like, God, this is something I'm going to remember forever. I mean, the Walk of Champions is kind of cool, but now everyone does that, and so it's not really unique or special anymore. But now that would be a good daily draft because I've been fortunate enough to see a few of them, and there's some that. I would say South Carolina and Sandstorm.
Oh, that one's so good.
I mean, that
South Carolina's my one of the ones that I have been to.
South Carolina's real high for me. Tennessee's real high for me. Florida State, now I'm biased. Florida State with Osceola and Renegade, that's the coolest thing that happens in sports.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say the atmosphere is as great, so it would be further down for me. But, I mean, Arkansas, that was another one of those things that you said that I heard while I was working along before I joined you guys. That you are 100% right. Arkansas is really cool. Ole Miss is really cool. Ole Miss is a place you should not be allowed to go if you wear a wedding ring. Like, nope, this is just for single people. We don't allow married people here. You go wait outside.
Yeah, but, even I would say, like, if you think about Mississippi State and the Cowbells, Like when you see it, it's annoying as hell. Don't get me wrong. it sounds like some cicadas, like a giant throng of cicadas has congregated around your ears. But they are I love that. It's their own unique thing, and it's a tradition. Like you're not supposed to buy your first cowbell. It's supposed to be gifted to you. I mean, there's some cool stuff with that. Auburn and the War Eagle. Mm-hmm. I wish Alabama had something like that. We try to say, well, Dixieland Delight. Okay.
Which was written not about that. Anyway. It's written by a band named Alabama, but anyway.
First bracket is out for the college football playoff. Again, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama. Those would be the first-round buys. Right now, you look at this bracket, how many of those teams can win a national championship right now? Because I feel like in the past we've gotten to this point, and most of us have been, I got three teams that I think could win a national championship in week 11. This year, I look at this bracket and I go, there's at least 6.
6 is where I cut it off, and I would go the top
there's
6.
7 maybe.
I think I could get to 8. I'd take the top 6. I'd go Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and I said that with 3 really gritted teeth.
Right.
Alabama, Georgia, which I said 3 more gritted teeth.
Uh-huh.
Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Oregon. I want to say Notre Dame, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Notre Dame has a really good quarterback that nobody's talking about.
I think if I could redo that, I would take Texas A&M out of my. So I could get to 5, and I think Notre Dame somehow, some way it happens, and the committee gave them a pretty easy path to the championship last year.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you know what? I'm following Womack. I'm taking out Texas A&M and Georgia and putting in Notre Dame. I'm at 6.
Okay. Okay. All right, that's fair enough. I'm obviously not taking Georgia out of my group, but I solidly got Oregon and Ole Miss, and I'll take the top 4. I'll give Texas A&M a chance.
Tank, now that I'm going to be doing so many of these games on the road, I'm going to find a Homer Simpson button for when you say things like that. Just a little button I can hit. Because you're being a homer. Because Georgia can't win a national title. You've watched this team.
I mean,
your defense is not particularly good, and your quarterback's Gooner.
Gooner could have a hot run for 3 games.
Gooner could put a lit firework in his keister and not have a hot enough streak to win a national title for Georgia.
Yeah, you're right.
I almost said so many different words right there. That was Jenga in my own head, and I almost got fired 4 times for a word that never came out of my mouth.
Yep. I know it. I don't want to admit it.
Okay. I mean, as long as you can do that, you're almost reverse cursing your own team. Right. And now, boys and girls, we're into the Tank Spencer Inception kiss of death.
Ooh.
I'm not sure if he's actually cursed him or if he's reverse cursed him. Or if he did it in a dream. God, that movie was stupid. Sorry.
But this is one of those situations where it's a win-win, because if Georgia wins a national title, he reverse cursed them, and if they don't, well, he cursed them. So it's like the outcome is already written in the stars, and we can go whatever way we want with it.
Chris, if they win a national title and we can in any way attribute it to Tank, you and I are going to be doing this full time, because the FBI will have a probe that will make aliens jealous.
I'm almost willing to say that if Georgia wins a national title, I'll get a tattoo. Almost.
Of a Georgian
in some way, shape, or form.
Ooh.
If Georgia wins a national title, I'm going to be way more concerned about being one of the search parties for the 7 teams whose planes disappeared somewhere.
That's right. Georgia's got TSA on their side. They just delayed all the planes.
Georgia won 3 playoff games because none of the teams showed up.
Well, the thing is, Georgia only won because they flew to the games because they couldn't drive.
That's a revoked driver's license joke, Chris. That's solid work, my friend. I think that's good enough for me to jingle out on. That's fantastic.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
This is...
All right, we're clear.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Left side of the 10. Goss at the 5. Sprints to the front left corner of the end zone for 6.
Saturday, the Heels celebrate homecoming as they welcome the Stanford Cardinal to Kenan Stadium. Pre-game coverage starts at 3:30. Kickoff at 4:30 on your home for Carolina football.
All right, Tank, I'll be back to this
for the Tar
5-minute
Heels
segment, and then I got to split fast.
Yeah, no worries.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made it.
I'll take care of that business.
It's a lot of business.
I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am.
Did you bring your socks?
Oh, I'll bet you $5.
They've been on all day.
Assistant Smokey.
Hell yeah.
That's sweet.
Got them business socks on.
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir,
They're my green
drown
golf
again,
socks that on
then
the
make
bottom
sure
say
the
I'd rather
fire
be
is out
drinking.
cold by feeling with.
Nice.
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Dude, I came in today and literally every
Mark killed somebody in the simulation.
everything in this building, we're all wearing joggers.
I did as I was instructed.
Did you though?
I did.
Did they say unload the clip into the suspect?
Well,
Weekday mornings at 6.
It looks like every one of us universally said, let's wear jammies to work today.
I think I may have qualified for a few things over the
psychiatric care. A little bit of counseling, probably.
News Radio 570 WWNC.
Sports on iHeartRadio.
Throws low and it's incomplete. The Jets are going to win it. It'll be victory formation.
The new NBA season, the NHL, huge college football rivalries, the start of college basketball, and of course the NFL. Touchdown! Don't miss a second of the greatest reality show on the planet. Sports, play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can join the conversation with real people.
At what point do you fire the guy?
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening.
Clarissa sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured.
Woo!
We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family.
Anything you want to specifically end on here?
Oh, we can talk about Kyler for about 3 minutes getting benched.
3-1-10-13. Or find us on Facebook.
Then I'm gonna leave I'll leave the stream up for you guys, but I will not be in the room.
And debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
It is ESPN Asheville, the Sportsocracy, back in the Ingles studio.
Y'all wouldn't believe what Tank just moaned out right before we came back from
I know he would. He hit the I'm mad button, and I went, oh, crap, am I supposed to be mad about something? Because I'm not. I mean, I can fake it.
No.
He said a word that just I wasn't expecting.
Mm-hmm. As he does.
Look, I heard I'm mad, and I went, look, I can imitate my first wife and fake it for about 3 minutes, but that's about the best I can
do. We have Kyler Murray news. the Arizona,
smooth transition. Yeah, great job there.
Speaking of little and disappointing, Kyler Murray.
And the transition king takes it back.
Kyler Murray, he's
that was the drop back 3-pointer right there.
Mm-hmm. He's been a little gun shy this year, and it's not going well. In fact, they have found that when they use the replacement, they have a much better time. And Jacoby Brissett has operated the Arizona Cardinals offense better. Is it well? I guess it depends on your opinion, but it is better than what Kyler Murray has put on the field so far this year. So, I mean, is it an official benching? Or is it just, well, I mean, he's still a little gimpy, so we're just going to hold off for a second.
Well, I heard Mark Schlereth explain this so well that I don't really feel like I need to say anything outside of it. There was a Byron Leftwich, it was Dan Patrick put all these things together. Tom Brady, if you ran a curl flat and that flat was open for 6 yards, he took it every single time. He didn't try to make SportsCenter highlights. He didn't try to do any of that. The one read is the one read is the one read. If that is open, you take it every single time. You do not go through the progression. Kyler Murray can't do that. He has no ability to be boring. And that's one of the – and look, this is a topic that, Tank, I feel like you and I can dive into aggressively tomorrow.
Yes.
I want my quarterback to be a little bit boring. Josh Allen, right now, one of the biggest problems he has is that he is not being boring at the same level that he has been in the past. Take the layup. Jacoby Brissett did a great job of that against the Cowboys. Because if I'm going to give you Marvin Harrison Jr. over and over and over and over again, don't try to hit me over the top. I don't need to. I can methodically keep the ball away from you. I can I can dictate the pace of this game, and I will beat you that way. And look, I think the Arizona Cardinals have life with Jacoby Brissett far more than they did with Kyler Murray. Because this, in 2 games I've seen this, and a lot of other people saw it in 1 game, told it to me, and I resisted it because I thought, surely to God, a mediocre backup quarterback's not going to unlock the potential of this team. He did. He did because he can be boring. He can take the weapons they have, play good defense, do not put your defense in bad situations, and Kyler Murray can't do that.
I'm still thinking about what Tank said.
They get the win over Dallas. You got Seattle coming up next, 49ers, Jaguars, Buccaneers, Rams. That is not a fun stretch of games. Can Jacoby Brissett win any of those?
I think he can. I think this team is better than people think. I've always thought it was talented. Getting Walter Nolan back just did something that no player's done since T.J. Watt in their debut game. There's a lot to like about Arizona, but Here's the thing that I will caution fans, and fans get lost in this a lot. You got to take wins where you can get them. This season started way worse than you could have ever planned. I don't think you're making the playoffs. I don't think even the rosiest colored glasses fan could think, hey, we can make the playoffs. However, what this could lead to, bad quarterback draft class, a lot of teams really desperate for quarterbacks. A team could fall in love and chase Kyler Murray. And Arizona, I think, is already seen. We can win with boring.
Yeah. All right.
That's
we
the
shall
win.
See.
If you can be set up for next year with that team as good and young as they are, that's a win. But you got to take the wins where they come.
Yep. You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Jeremy and I will be live from Bears Smokehouse Barbecue tomorrow for a kickoff Thursday. You don't want to miss it. Come on down and hang out with us. We'll be there, obviously, from 12 to 3 tomorrow. We'll be hanging out there for the game tomorrow night as well. The Back Alley Bar is the place that you need to be to catch all of your football action. And, of course, you need to be there for the meat. It's the best meat in town, and they've got the balls. Jeremy, we will see you tomorrow downtown.
See you tomorrow. Thank you, boys.
Yep.
All right.
We will be right back to close it out here on a Womack Wednesday right after this.
Your mountain weather forecast.
All right, brother, thanks.
Day afternoon, our hump day
Thank
forecast. So there's unseasonably mild weather with us, sunny, low 70s. A cold front does come through later tonight, mainly clear. We're still milder at night, 45. But tomorrow we're a little bit cooler, sunshine upper 60s. Friday, a carbon copy of Thursday, sunshine upper 60s. Much colder late in the weekend, early next week. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Apple Tree Superstore.
Apple Tree Acura with some amazing special lease deals on a 2026 MDX all-wheel drive. $529 for 36 months, $59.99 due at signing, or 4.9% APR for 24 to 60 months. Apple Tree Acura, I-26 and Airport Road, Asheville. See dealer for details.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list. Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
The free iHeartRadio app.
Live radio, 24/7 news, live sports,
and your favorite podcasts.
A pure connection to what moves you.
The best part, it's all free.
Join the millions who already have it on their smartphone. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingles studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
We are the Nix family, and this is our Ingles story.
Welcome to Henderson County, North Carolina, known throughout the South as Apple Country. Here, the family of Apple Wedge Farm is in its
I can.
generation,
You
cultivating
can
fresh
now.
fruit
Have you
for
been
the
able to hear me
local
for the last
community
like 2.5
and
minutes?
beyond.
No, I could not hear you.
Okay, cool.
Locally
I'm still
grown
running your
apples
graphics. I
have
just want to make
graced
sure
the
my
shelves
mic
of
wasn't picking up somehow.
Gotcha.
Forward to carrying them for decades to come. Ingles. Low prices. Love the savings.
This football season, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue is where the fans feast. Catch every game Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday on big screens with booming sound, cold drinks, and the best barbecue in town. Bring your crew and tackle the game day grub package. A dozen wings, a pound of pork or chicken, a full rack of ribs, 3 pints of sides, and slider rolls, feeding 4 hungry fans. Whether you're cheering for touchdowns or just here for the ribs, Bears is the ultimate game day destination. Bears Barbecue in downtown Asheville, your home for football, where the fans feast.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Sportsocracy.
Let's open up the whole can and kick ass and kill them all. Let the paramedics sort them out.
We are back at the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. It's 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Womack Wednesday edition. Chris Womack, sports director of News 13, joining us on the program. And don't forget, you can catch him on Saturday nights, Saturday sports night after the big game of the week,
which is LSU and number 4 Alabama this week.
That should be a good lead-in for the for the festivities tonight.
We'll
this
see.
Week.
It's tough because sometimes if it's a blowout, people tune out. They change the channel to a better game. But
I mean, it could be.
I think it'll be a decent game. I mean, it's a rivalry game. It's at Alabama, which doesn't help LSU's case, but it is the first game post Brian Kelly.
Right. Fired coach bump. It is a thing. LSU coming in to kind of shock the world here, and I don't like them to win the game, but maybe they make it a game.
Yeah,
maybe maybe you'll hear the old plus 9.5 for the LSU Tigers in the bangers this week on a football Friday.
But one of the games that we'll be highlighting Saturday Sports Night that may not be on the radar of a lot of people. I know you guys have a bit of a national audience. But Western Carolina and Mercer are playing a huge game in the FCS this week.
You got Mercer's what? Mercer's undefeated in conference play.
Western is also undefeated in conference play.
Okay.
And a lot of people may have heard about Western's quarterback, Tiger Dickens, because he completed, 46 passes in a row
right.
against Wofford.
Mm-hmm.
But these two, they're undefeated in the conference. Western would probably be a one-loss team with that one loss being to Wake Forest. If Dickens had not been suspended for the first 3 games of the year, they've won the 6 games he's been back for. Despite only playing 6 games, he is second in the country in touchdown passes. Mercer's quarterback is number 3. These are the number 1 and number 2 passing offenses in the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be wildly entertaining, and it's a chance for Western it's probably the biggest game since the national semifinals of 1982 or 83.
Yeah.
I mean,
could be.
This might be the biggest game ever played at biggest regular season game ever played at Western Carolina.
Yep. E.J. Whitmire Stadium, 2:30 is the kickoff on Saturday. Mercer and Western Carolina. Western Carolina will wrap up the home schedule the next week, so on the 15th against East Tennessee State. But then, I mean, you keep playing like this, you're probably going to end up having another game at Western Carolina, don't you think? Isn't there a playoff game coming their way at home?
Right now, the Southern Conference looks like a one-bid league.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately. And I would say, if I were on that committee, I think you would have to really look at Western without Tiger Dickens and with Tiger Dickens. Because with him, they're a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
No question about it. But they lost those 3 games. And they weren't to particularly great opponents. I mean, Gardner-Webb is decent.
Mm-hmm.
Elon is decent. Wake Forest, you kind of throw that one out. But, I mean, unfortunately, when you're looking at resumes, you look at the totality of it, and I guess it would be hard to say, well, they are different. They're a different team now with Dickens back at quarterback.
I mean, there's no doubt about that. They've scored 50, 42, 52, 45, 35 against Chattanooga, which I know Chattanooga's not what they were. They're not the juggernaut that they were, but
they were hot
still
coming
respectable.
in, though. They were hot coming in.
Still respectable. And you had a win over Wofford as well. And Dickens has just been unbelievable. That Wofford game was the game that he completed 53 of 56 passes for 3 touchdowns. It's gonna be a good one. Maybe worth the drive out to Cullowhee to check that one out.
I know we have a lot of Western alums in the area. Don't miss this game. I mean, this is huge. And on top of that, it's homecoming for you.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's homecoming. So there's a lot going on. Just get the hell out there because you're not going to get gigantic games like this very often. I mean, at Montana and Montana State and North Dakota State and all that, they get a lot of these. But then this is your chance. You're probably the biggest game in the football championship series or subdivision this weekend.
Right.
So be there.
Yeah. We had the kickoff of college basketball, or the tip-off, I guess I should say, of college basketball season. On Monday, we will have, of course, Tar Heels here on ESPN Asheville all season long. We'll have some games as well of the UNC Asheville Bulldogs as we share that flagship status with 570 WWNC. Kansas and Carolina coming up on Friday. That's the big one of the preseason, or at least so far anyway. I know they got one of those tournaments coming up that they could have a big matchup or two coming out of, but this is the big first test of the season. Duke got theirs last night, or at least it was supposed to be. The second half turned out pretty well for the Duke Blue Devils as they figured it out down the stretch. Ended up with a 15-point win
Cameron
over
Boozer
Texas.
is a giant. He looks like his dad. Like he just looks so big.
I hate him.
Yeah,
it's just I hated his dad, and now I can already tell after one game I'm gonna hate the hell out of him because that kid's good at basketball, and Duke keeps bringing him in. The Tar Heels got something to prove this year after some, let's just say, less than ideal results over the last couple of years with Hubert Davis at the helm. And this year they got a real talented team coming in. We will definitely be following that for you throughout the college basketball season. NASCAR wrapped up. Guess we have a champion now.
Kyle Larson. For second time for him.
Is anybody really thrilled about that? I mean, other than Kyle Larson fans?
You know, it's so weird because Denny Hamlin was dominating at Phoenix. I mean, led 200 some odd laps.
Why?
I mean, he was ahead by like 5 seconds. I mean, he was dog walking the field. And then William Byron, one of the final four, blows a tire, gets into the wall with 3 laps remaining. I mean, you are 2 laps from seeing the white flag and the race is over. And he gets into the wall, brings out that caution. Denny goes for 4 tires while everybody else went for 2. Really bad decision by the crew chief there. I don't know what they were seeing on their tires. I mean, they may have had to go 4. I doubt it though. And when you get back to 10th, if overtime was 10 laps, I think Denny has a shot to come back and win it. But when you only have 2 laps, you just don't have the time.
Right.
And freaking Larson kind of backdoored his way into. I mean, he's a hell of a driver. Don't get me wrong. He was in the Final Four for a reason. But God, you just feel for Denny Hamlin. I know there's a lot of people that hate him, but when you hear the stories about his dad being in bad health, and all he really needs is this championship. He's got 60 career wins. He's a Hall of Famer. You've just got to complete the resume with a championship.
Mm-hmm. And is he going to get the chance, or is he done? There was a lot of talk that he was done.
I think he signed a contract extension for a year.
Okay. All right. Maybe at least there's that.
NASCAR contracts are not as open as other sports, but I think it's a year or 2. And I mean, I've always wondered, like, at some point, does he move over to 2311 and just race for his team?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Right now, they only have the 2 charters. I know they were trying to get a 3rd charter. Or they have 3, trying to get 4, whatever. They're trying to get 1 more. But they only have 2 legitimate drivers in Bubba and Tyler.
Right.
And Denny would be a huge addition to that.
I mean, I do feel bad for him. To be so close, right? To have the season that he had, where you're in that position and you're kind of expected to finish it off with the storybook ending.
Well, and let's be real, he did finish it off. It's Byron screwed it up. I mean, like Denny did what he had to do.
Uh-huh.
He even overcame. He was having clutch issues, which if you're driving a car just in general, having clutch issues would be a problem. If you're driving it on a racetrack at 170 to 90 miles an hour, it's going to be a big problem.
That's a real problem, yeah.
And yet, again, he was kicking the field's butts.
Something always
Bad
happens.
luck.
Yep, something always happens to throw the wrench into the plans. And then something else that has taken place since the last time we talked. The Dodgers are the World Series champions. Again.
Baseball needs a salary cap.
There's no way. I mean, it feels so insurmountable. Especially when you get to the point where in the final game of the day,
I just saw the little cartoon that Jeremy made of me. I look like such a goober in that, and the Big Show's laughing at me.
Okay, all right. There's the Big Show. Look at that. I thought he found an actual picture of you.
Well, I mean, that is an actual picture, but it was cartoonified.
Ah, gotcha.
Just to answer a question from the chat. Yes, fantasy football is discussed on here occasionally, generally Wednesdays. That's more of a Jeremy thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's more of a Great North Sports thing. You can check that out on Wednesday evenings, as our good friend the Canadan David Smith likes to bring that to you. So that's a lot of the fantasy discussion that we have on this program. If you're looking for fantasy tips, and if you're new to the program, we do not take Tank's fantasy advice. There is the Tank Spencer kiss of death that once he starts to like somebody, whether it be in real football or in fantasy football, that person tends to either completely disappoint everyone or his year dies, which I apologize for.
But back to the Dodgers and Blue Jays.
Yeah, sorry.
Just want I like to answer questions. I'm a big viewer listener.
Absolutely, yeah.
But the Dodgers, the players are never going to vote for a salary cap. It's basically just going to have to be forced on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame them. I mean, who the hell would say, no, I want to limit the amount of money I can make? But it allows the Dodgers to overpay for middle-of-the-pack relievers that should be maybe a 2 or a 3 in most bullpens, but it's like they're 7. So they're just stacked from top to bottom.
Also, I feel like there has to be some kind of a control on this whole, I'm not going to pay you anything right now, but in 20 years from now,
it's so
you're going to get money. You're going to get paid. I mean, you're right. That was how the Shohei Ohtani deal happened. They had Freddie Freeman and they had Mookie Betts, and you're shelling out all this money for guys like Clayton Kershaw, and then somehow you're able to add Shohei Ohtani just by saying, well, we're going to defer your $5 million or $5 billion or whatever we gave you down the road 15 years from now.
It should be illegal.
We can't do that.
Yeah. Because then, at some point, you're going to have to pay that. I mean, what if you did that with every player? Like, what if Freddie Freeman, you're like, we'll give you $40 million a year, but $500,000 for the first 20 years.
Yeah.
And then that last year we'll pay you $900. I don't know what the hell but yeah, I think you should have to deal with money in today.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't hear about LeBron James getting deferred money for, until he's 65 or something. Baseball, it's part of what's great about it, because don't we all love Bobby Bonilla Day? Like that's something we always have fun with on July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also, the fact that the Dodgers can just outbid everyone and make it right there around the All-Star break, they hit a bit of a skid, and you were thinking, okay, maybe there's some cracks in the armor showing up. No.
Well, when it comes playoff time and you've got those guys on your roster, eventually the talent's going to come out on top, and that's exactly what happened with the Dodgers this year. They were the most talented team. When it came crunch time, they made the plays. Did they get a little bit of help from the universe? Sure. The ball getting stuck under the wall takes away a run from the Blue Jays. The play at the plate that was just, bang, bang.
Yeah.
It's rough. when it seems like everything is stacked against you. The Dodgers had the best, the best roster that future monies could buy, and they still caught all the breaks in the end to win their second straight World Series. But, I mean, I look at that and I go, look, they're vulnerable. You can get close.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get them at some point. The Blue Jays almost did.
Speaking of
maybe the Braves will
news,
do it next year.
And speaking of the Braves, I don't know if you saw it. This broke about an hour before we came on today, but they have exercised the option on Chris Sale.
Mm-hmm.
He'll make $18 million next year, but the 2024 Cy Young winner will be back in Atlanta,
which is good news. I mean, you get a guy that's that finds a place in the rotation. You keep those guys around. Walt Weiss is now the manager of the Atlanta Braves, being elevated from bench coach to manager now. Once the manager of the Colorado Rockies, but he doesn't like to talk about that. He didn't tell me that. I'm just saying I don't think anybody wants to talk about that. That's the job that you take, and you go, can you not mention that I coached them?
Just leave that out of the press release when I get my next job.
I just think of like Bud Black and all of his stops. He's going to go, those years with the Rockies, let's pretend that did not happen. But Walt Weiss, North Carolina Tar Heel, is the new manager for the Atlanta Braves. So maybe things will pep up for them next season.
They've got to. I mean, look, you're going to have Austin Riley back healthy. You're going to have a full season of Ronald Acuna Jr., knock on wood. Matt Olson has to be better. Michael Harris, I think, will continue to improve. Drake Baldwin is really, I mean, something for Braves fans to be excited about. That's probably your rookie of the year. And then the pitching staff, I don't know what the hell happened to those guys this year. But, Strider never really got back to form. Then you had guys like Smith-Shawver and Schwellenbach. And, people got hurt. Chris Sale couldn't do it all. He couldn't pitch every game. If I were the Braves, a couple moves I would make. Sean Murphy, see what you can get for him. Because you've got Baldwin. You've got your catcher of the future right there. So maybe you can find a contender who's a catcher away from winning now and get something big in return.
Yeah.
Raisel Iglesias is heading towards free agency. Let him walk. Tell him don't let the door hit him on his way out. You've got to have somebody in the minor league system that's ready to come up. But shoring up the closer position would be huge for the Braves because that's how they got in that hole to open the season. They started off like 0-7. That's because Raisel was just letting everybody get on. So, yeah, I'm optimistic about Atlanta's future. As Jeremy asked me as a Titans fan how I felt about the Titans' future, 1 to 10. For the Braves, I'm probably an 8.5.
Okay.
Because I just think that those big money those big time players that they invested money in, they're not going to have 2 bad years back to back. I just you can't.
Yeah. Plus, there's the fired manager bump. They could last a whole season.
He didn't get fired
because you never know.
He retired.
Stop.
I mean, I do think it was a. Hey,
sure it was.
Retirement sounds awfully good, doesn't it?
Hey, you've been around for 45 years. Hey, maybe we make you a consultant and we turn this over to somebody who's a little younger.
Well, it's a different game. I mean, the game has changed so much in that time period,
right.
And
I mean, you'll always, I do like the way that they did it, right? They didn't come out and just be like, you suck, Stitt, get the hell out of here. It was, he's still going to be a Brave. He'll always be a Brave. He's always been a Brave. Yeah. A guy that's been in the organization for 30 damn years, you can't really turn your back on that guy. Won you a World Series title, and, it's time to make a little bit of a change. He saw it the same way. Everybody mutually agreed, but there was strong urging of maybe it's time to step away from the bench.
Well, I don't think Walt Weiss was the best of hires. I think he was a safe hire, but I would have rather seen them go out and get somebody a little younger, a little more energetic.
Okay,
I'm sure he'll do okay, but I don't think he's the type of guy to lead them to a World Series.
Okay, we shall see. Walt's not that old. He's 50-something.
He might be older than you think.
He could be. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I
61.
61?
Yeah.
Wow, God, I forgot how old I am. I always do that, though. I mean, I can remember as a kid getting, like, Walt Weiss baseball cards in the pack, and I'm opening it up, and Dad, huge Tar Heel fan, flipping out the fact that Walt Weiss was a Tar Heel. And that's the only reason I remember it to this day.
All I remember about Walt Weiss, he nicknamed his glove The Thing.
Mm-hmm. But again, that was, now that I look back, that was 35 years ago. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to sit with my sadness on that one. Thanks for the realization right before we get done with the program. You are in the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. Chris Womack, sports director of News 13. Don't forget to check him out each and every weekday, 6 and 11 on News 13. And, of course, on Saturday, sports night after the big ABC game of the week. We'll touch base with you on next Wednesday.
And let me say, it's been a pleasure, Gary and Jonathan and all the Liger Kings out there chatting with you as Tank Spencer. It's been fun. Hope we can do it again. I don't think Tank will make the mistake of leaving his Facebook open another time, but it's been real, y'all.
All right, we will see you tomorrow live from Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville on the South Slope, 135 Cox Avenue. We're there for every kickoff Thursday. Hope to see you there.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Nice looking Wednesday afternoon. Our hump day forecast shows unseasonably mild weather with us, sunny, low 70s. A cold front does come through later tonight, mainly clear. We're still milder at night, 45. But tomorrow we're a little bit cooler, sunshine upper 60s. Friday, a carbon copy of Thursday, sunshine upper 60s. Much colder late in the weekend, early next week. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Apple Tree Superstore.
Apple Tree Acura with some amazing special lease deals on a 2025 ADX two-wheel drive base, $279 for 36 months, $49.99 down payment, or 3.9% APR for 24 to 60 months. Apple Tree Acura, I-26 and Airport Road, Asheville. See dealer for details.
This is what it sounds like to win $1,000 in bonus bucks.
I got $1,000. Oh my God, thank you.
Get ready for it to happen to you.
Are you freaking kidding me right now?
Every weekday.
Awesome.
Looking for a career with stability and purpose? NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring correctional officers statewide with benefits, paid vacation, and opportunities to grow within the field. Learn more. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-IHEART.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take DayQuil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the DayQuil.
Undo your flu symptoms with DayQuil Intense Flu. DayQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
DayQuil